Exalted be to the Lord. There is no God but Allah. And welcome, dear viewers, in this day, great day, and happy Eid. We go back to you with the coverage of the pilgrimage for this season in the program, The Morning of the Eid, that you view from Iqra Studio, and I'm honored to present this episode with Saad Al-Ghamdi. As we receive your participations, your phone calls for the occasions of this Eid through the numbers on the screen, and also we're gonna move to the Holy Mosque to transmit the speech of the Eid. And good morning and congratulations, our colleagues, and through the in the control room at the holy sites. Welcome, dear viewers. Eid is philosophy in our decree, and it's an opportunity to teach our kids the philosophy of Eid in Islam. Teach your kids, where you're going to the prayers of Eid, that Muslims are undefeated force if they unite their word and they put their disputes aside. Teach them, while you're putting on them the new clothes of Eid, that there's other kids that they don't have what they cover their bodies with, and they don't have anything else. And teach them that there are other kids, they lost their parents, they were deprived from the goodness of this day. Teach them and direct them, while you're giving them the plentiful of money, how they spend it in charity and give outs, and not let them not to forget the deprived ones, and teach them forgiveness, and teach them how to feel others' pain. Teach them how Muslims to be one body. If one limb had suffered, the other limbs would suffer also. Teach them to be the future of the generation. Teach them that it's a worship and it's gratitude for God for the bounties that He provides us with. Teach them that it's a gift also, and it's a reward for the worships that performed. Teach them that today it's one of the God-blessed days of its nation. Teach them how to celebrate this day to please others. Congratulations, dear viewers, wherever you are. We'll be with you in this direct coverage for the next 3-4 hours. We're gonna move through this period to the Holy Mosque to transmit live the speech of the Eid. We're gonna meet also with our reporters throughout the holy sites to inquire about the status of the pilgrims in the Holy Mosque, and we're going to receive your phone calls and your greetings for the occasion of Eid. Also, we're gonna call our colleagues in Iqra Studios headquarters. Congratulations, and congratulations to our colleagues in Jordan's office and Palestine's office as well, and Cairo. Congratulations to everyone and welcome everyone. God bless you. Thank you for the introductory. Has a lot of meanings in these words, and congratulations to all this Iqra staff. One of the advantages of pilgrimage to work by the Sunan in this day, what the Prophet used to perform, from exalting the Lord and to hear the speech of the Eid prayer, and performing the sacrifice and the meat. And we wait for these days, and the Eid al-Fitr has its own atmosphere, and this Eid has its own ritual and each significant atmosphere, and according to each culture and the traditions as well. What are your habits? Because you are the son of Mecca. Our habits or traditions, since we are of the people of Mecca, to work on receiving the guests of the merciful, and to give them the water, and to serve them and to direct them correctly in the holy mosque, even at the ritual, at the holy sites, even at the airport, and through the campaigns. There are volunteers as well. Their task is to receive them from the airports and just to place them in their locations, and we have to shed the light on them, and we have to thank them through Iqra channel. There are a lot of great efforts exerted by the youth of Saudi Arabia, and on top of them the custodian of the two holy mosques, and who we are following him in his steps. These are great efforts taken in this day, especially through these days of Eid and Iqra and the pilgrimage coverage, and through the channel of Iqra. We'd like to congratulate our families. I've been I spent the Eid for the past 8, 9, 10 years, but when I was studying, I was eager to spend Ramadan and the Fitr Eid with the family. And the Eid in my village is different than it's calm and the gathering of people. Still, the people are adhering to the traditions and to pray at the mosques, and they pass over the houses one by one, and they greet them, and the pilgrimage Eid. As you mentioned, there are the sacrifices and the lamb meat, and we agree upon this. But since you came from southern Saudi, the viewers of Iqra are spread across the globe. Let's shed the light on the southern area. Praise be to Allah. You guys cook the meat in a nice way. Please, can you tell us about it? The feasts of the Eid. Maybe it's the same across the countries, but maybe the names are different. Sometimes we call it mdardar, and the bread is made with the dough, and it's cooked in the oven in a nice way. Now you're making us hungry, and now it's the beginning, and now we see the people. We see now this report talking about the constructional aspect in the holy site. Ibrahim, Ayman, you are among the people who works in the affairs of the Holy Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah, and this report that we saw, you are introduced a presenter and photographer, professional, and work in the affairs of the Holy Mosque. You're multi-talented. I would thank Allah Almighty that I was honored to work at the Holy Mosque. And there's a cause and there's a need. Honestly, working at this site, it gives me creativity. Photography for me, I'm not seeking to be a professional, but taking photos for my colleagues, but the atmosphere of the holy site would teach you something about the holy site. As we see the great expansion and the beauty of the architectural work, so we can at this point raise our gratitude to the to the custodian of the two holy mosques. As we see also the peak hour during circumambulation, it's one of the things that make one creative in different things, and sometimes to grasp the actual image. It's the beauty. It's beautiful on its own. And outside the holy site there is nothing beautiful, but only inside. For me, but thank be to Allah, I'm honored to work at the presidency of the affairs of the holy site, so we can work also with the media outlets and to make the role of this entity stands out. Now we have reporter Wa'il. Good morning. And good morning. Greetings to you and to Ayman as well, and congratulations and to the all Islamic nation and the Arabic nation and the globe with peace and calmness. Amen. Wa'il, we transmit around the clock. And sometimes you appear in times where I'm not there, and your efforts are highly recognized, and you're trying to prove yourself. And this is not something strange from a young guy like you. So I'd like to wish you the best, and would like to congratulate you. Who would like to congratulate on the occasion of Eid? Thank you for these beautiful words, and I'd like to congratulate the whole Islamic nation and the people of the kingdom and the government and the king and the pilgrims, and may Allah to accept from them their deeds and the good actions. And sometimes, I may aggravate you, so please forgive me for that, and thank you for your efforts and for your 24-hour broadcasting. Wa'il, congratulations. May Allah be pleased with you. And we see you during your segment where you're presenting. Mainly, most of the time you're alone. You're not sending us any greetings or anything. But the director, Mr. Saad, congratulations, and the rest of the staff, and your efforts are recognized on Facebook and Instagram, and I follow you. You're exerting such a great effort. So when I create the Twitter and Instagram account, I will. Your Hijazi spectrum or trend or tone is highly recognized. So would like to hear something from you, anything, because you are very competent in the Hijazi tone. So I'm gonna promote you right now live. May blessings and peace be on the Prophet.
أديم الصلاة على النبي محمد فقبولها حتما بدون تردد. طيب حبيبي الله يسعدك.
Shall I complete? And I would love you if you can continue, but I don't know if it's acceptable or not. But my brother, I wish if I could perform something from the southern traditional tone. maybe this afternoon or something. Congratulations once again. I'd like to thank you for your phone call and your participation as well. Thank you, Wa'il, and God bless you, and good morning once again. Wa'il is one of the distinguished media men through Iqra. The first time I discover that Wa'il is a chanter. And besides photography, if I think if I selected someone else, you will find a new talent. Now, we're going to go out for a short break, and we're going to go back with you, dear viewers, with the morning of the Eid. So please stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers, again, within these beautiful moments during the day of Eid al-Adha. Voluntarily work, without a doubt, appears at the holy sites and the holy mosque and Mecca in general, and every single inch within the holy sites and the voluntary work and its importance. Let's go over this report together.
أدركنا قيمة روعتنا بالحب فلبينا الوحيا من أجل الله تطوعنا وعزمنا أن نحسن سعيا أدركنا قيمة روعتنا بالحب فلبينا الوحيا من أجل الله تطوعنا وعزمنا أن نحسن سعيا وعزمنا أن نحسن سعيا عشاق الجنات العليا ودعاة الرحمة للدنيا سفراء للحب نشأنا وعلى الحب نعيش ونحيا نتألق خيرا وسخاء نتوهج خلقا نبويا نتعاون من أجل حياة عامرة خيرا ورقيا
Praise be to Allah. Ayman, this report shed the light on on the services provided to the pilgrims. Can you give us an idea about the services? This report about last year, or the Islamic International Forum youth, they raise awareness about health for those who needs raising awareness, and sometimes walking, and the high temperature requires some awareness, and sometimes there is the level of sugar in their blood, and those who go from Mina to Muzdalifah, they're carrying luggages. They have like big caravans, so they can store those luggages, and after when they go back, they will be able to claim their luggages. And as we saw also the interviews and correcting recitations, this is the topic that I spoke to you about earlier. The atmosphere of Mecca is rich with the voluntary work, like feeding and providing water, and people are dedicating their vehicles for the service of the pilgrims. Let's move to our reporters, the Muzdalifa site. Nasser, good morning and congratulations. Welcome, my colleague Saad, and congratulations unto the Islamic and Arabic nation. I know you just woke up, maybe after working 24 hours constantly, so God bless you. Hi, thank you. Can you tell us about the pilgrims? Can you tell us about them in the name of God? The arrival of pilgrims continue until a late hour where they spend the night in Muzdalifah. The area is totally completed with pilgrims. There's no difference among them, not between an Arabic or a Persian one, but with righteousness. This is a shivering scene. They spent the night last year, and for those who are not hastening, and by the guard of protection, and also by the help of the security forces on the land, on the air, just to make sure that they are safe and sound. All of the pilgrims, as you see in the back, they start moving to Mina to throw the peoples and then to exit from the minor exit of consecration. Please allow me, for those that would like to greet their families for the occasion of Eid from this holy site, the Muzdalifa shrine. Mahmoud Muhammad Ali, I'm residing in Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara. How did you find spending the night in Muzdalifah? Thank be to Allah, we were blessed, and we reached in the morning around 9 a.m. and the weather was beautiful, and God has completed and made us accomplished our performance. Would you like to convey any message to your family in Egypt? I would like to congratulate. Before I would like to congratulate King Hussein, King Abdullah, and my family. I would like to greet them. They didn't perform the prayers yet. And I would like to congratulate and greet all the families as well. My name is Assam Gaber Darwish, and I'm residing in the Medina Munawwara. You're heading from Muzdalifah to Mina to throw the peoples of Aqaba. How are you moving? Are you walking on your feet? Sometimes I find moving on my feet is a lot more convenient. I'd like to greet the families and hope that you are always safe and sound, and hopefully we can be next year to perform pilgrimage. Ahmad Mukrah Abdul Jawad, and I am residing in Al Munawwara. This is ninth time. Every time you attend, do you find any differences? May God help the security personnel, and my greetings to His Majesty and the royal family and the officials for the efforts they're undertaken, and we're going to be rewarded by the Almighty. Would you like to convey any message to the dear ones? I'd like to convey a message to the Arabic nation and to unite us, and special greetings to the people of Egypt, and may Allah by His willing to ease all to reduce the afflictions and to make him prosper. My colleague Saad, I'd like to greet you, and I'd like to congratulate the Arabic and Islamic nation. May Allah repeat it with blessings. Until I see you, I'm going to prepare more interviews. And my colleague Ayman who's with me, would like to ask you a question. Abdullah, congratulations. May Allah accept from the pilgrims and from you as well. God bless you, dear Ayman, and I miss you this year in presenting the programs. And I asked Allah to be rewarded. Would you like to dedicate anything and congratulate anyone. You're far away. You're far away from everyone in the site of Mina, in the middle of all those pilgrims. First and last, would like to thank Allah Almighty that He made us accomplish this performance, and I'd like to congratulate the Islamic and Arabic nation. I'd like to especially to greet my parents and you, the staff and colleagues. I'd like to thank you for your efforts that you're exerting to facilitate our work. What number? What pilgrimage number is this? This is the second one. May God accept, and we're sending you our greetings, and may Allah assist you with the force. We lost him. Sad. In fact, dear viewers, we receive your phone calls and your congratulations, and through the numbers that are appearing on the screen. So if you would like to extend your congratulations, Ayman, our colleague Abdullah from the reporters that headed from Jeddah to Arafah and contributed during the day of Arafah, and then he went to Muzdalifah, and then after Muzdalifah he's going to come back here to present few programs. I remember one of the years you took that round. That it's exhausting, but I enjoyed it. When you interact with the pilgrims and you are with them hour by hour, someone will envy you because you are transmitting the picture and the image, and also through working with Iqra, the field work has its own joyful sense. I remember I made that trip 11 or 12 years ago when I went out with the channel, but it wasn't as luxurious as right now. It's a lot of luxury right now. I remember back in the days, the staff or the team used to go from Jeddah to Mina and to set up all the equipments and to sit for 2 days. We collect all the equipments and we move all of us to Arafah. And then they set up the equipments once again and the cameras and the studios, and we finish from Arafah, and then we collect all the staff and the equipments, and then we go back again. Just imagine the movement of this time, trying to race time and try to start transmitting. This one of the experiences that the channel went through in each year, where we're learning from the experiences so we can develop till we reach to this point, until we can be able to cover the pilgrimage around the clock. And sometimes we stop for 6 days. 2 years ago we had 2 studios, one in Arabic and separated around the clock, and one in English and other languages designated for that purpose. And now we're providing translation through the transmitting center in English and French. Now Iqra is in 3 languages, in French, Arabic, and English. All these channels coming together through the pilgrimage season. And thank be to Allah, we have audience throughout the globe that they are united by this screen. May Allah assist us and make us successful so we can be able to develop the screen on this channel. Saad from developing to Bashir from Sudan. Welcome, Mr. Bashir. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you and greet you for the occasion of Eid. Go ahead, please. And I'm so pleased to follow those great events and those pilgrims from all over the world to answer the call. If you call for the pilgrimage, you're going to find groups and waves of people coming from all over. to perform this obligatory. Bashir, how do you see the pilgrimage through Iqra screen in Sudan? I'm so happy to see the pilgrimage and see the sites and to see all these people from all over the countries and see the children. And would you like to congratulate anyone for this Eid? I'd like to congratulate the Islamic and Arabic nation, and I'd like to congratulate my brother Ibrahim and all the Sudani delegation. I'd like to congratulate you and the king and the royal family as well. Last question. The rituals of thank you, Bashir, and we're gonna take Sister Zainab from Somalia. Peace and blessings be upon you, Sister Zainab. What? Hello? Peace and blessings be upon you. And peace and blessings be upon you too. How are you? Congratulations. Blessed Eid. Blessed Eid to you as well. We lost her. Thank you, Sister Zainab. Praise be to Allah. Bashir from Sudan and Zainab from Somalia, and we have Wa'al from Mecca. We have Abdullah Nasser from Muzdalifah side. He's moving from among the cities to receive the participations of the viewers who are living this moment of this pilgrimage. I'm sure this is beautiful moments and beautiful days, and the lack of phone calls. Maybe we're gonna excuse. Would like to ask the viewers to excuse us because the VAS are attending at the mosque, so we're going to excuse you. But the next hour, you're not going to have an excuse. Now, those who are following the screen, we have Brother Bashir, who was pleased because he's following the pilgrimage step by step through the images that he sees, and through our mobilized camera across the holy sites in Makkah al-Mukarramah and Medina Munawwara. This various of taken images, it gives the motto of the pilgrimage through Iqra, which every year would like to develop and to focus on largely, because we are concerned about the fact that the viewer would like him to live the pilgrimage by moment. We touched this, we felt this actually when we were shooting some reports. Honestly, it had a lot of joy and variety and interacting with the pilgrims. And when we wear the Iqra vests, we touched, we felt the importance of Iqra with those pilgrims, especially those who are coming from other world countries. We're going to move now to Muzdalifah site. We have there Lieutenant Colonel Qad al-Qahtani, the criminal investigation officer. We have here His Excellency Saad al-Qahtani, Lieutenant, the officer working for the Criminal Investigation Bureau. Would you like to tell us about the preparations and that you conducted in Muzdalifah? In fact, we're available from the middle of Al-Qaeda month. We have preparations, and we're deployed in our areas until we receive under the arriving of the pilgrims. The preparations, the criminal investigation has to prevent crime before it occurs, and to monitor the intelligence personnel, so they prevent the criminal cases from happening, from those who are losing their documents. And now we are in the day of the Eid, and we didn't notice any security issues, but minor cases. But overall, security is spread all over the place. And
طيب عبد الله
رسالة توجه
Abdullah, would you like to?
اسمح لي اقاطعك.
Can I please? I would like to cut you off. I'd like to congratulate the custodian of the two holy mosques and the Islamic and Arabic nation, and families and friends. And this is an opportunity. This is a bliss. We are pleased with the pilgrims and the pilgrimage. Thank you for your valuable time, Lieutenant Colonel Saad. My colleague Saad, we had Lieutenant Colonel Hizan al-Qahtani, the officer of the criminal investigation in Muzdalifah Saad. We're going to come back to you after a little while. We're going to move, dear viewers, to live transmitting, to transmit the Eid prayers and the Eid speech. So we'll come back to you soon.
God is the greatest. God is the greatest. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Allah, the compassionate is the most merciful. Dominion of the world, we worship you and seek your help. Guide us to the right, to a straight path, the path of those on whom you have given grace. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده ربنا ولك الحمد الله أكبر الله Praise be to Allah.
الحمد لله الأول
Praise
فليس
to be
قبله شيء
to Allah the first, and there is no one
والآخر
before
فليس
Him,
بعده
and the
شيء
last, and there is no one after
والظاهر
Him, and
والظاهر
the
فليس فوقه شيء
the one, and there
والباطن
is no
فليس
one
دونه
above
شيء
Him, and there is no
يطاع
one
فيشكر
below Him, and He is
ويعصى فيغفر
obeyed and He thanks,
له الحمد في
and
الأولى
He is
والآخرة
disobeyed and
وله
He gives
الحكم وإليه
thankfulness,
ترجعون
and He has the judgment, and to Him you will return.
وحده
And
لا
I
شريك له
testify that God is
وأشهد
only
أن
one,
محمدًا
and there is
عبد
no
الله
partner to
ورسوله
Him, and Muhammad is a
وخليله
servant
وخيرته
of
من
God,
خلقه
and He is
خير
the
من
best
صلى
of His
لله
creation,
وقام
the best
وسيد
who
من
pray
حج
to
البيت
God, and the
الحرام
master of
بلغ
all
الرسالة
those
وأدى
who
الأمانة
performed
ونصح الأمة
Hajj and
وجاهد
gave
في الله
advice
حق
to the
جهاده
community
فصلوات
and
الله وسلامه
practiced
عليه
jihad.
وعلى
Uh,
آله الطيبين الطاهرين
blessings and
وعلى
peace upon
أزواجه
him,
أمهات
on
المؤمنين
his companions
وعلى
and
أصحابه
wives, the
والتابعين
mothers of
ومن
believers,
تبعهم
and his
بإحسان إلى يوم
companions
الدين
and his
وسلم
followers
تسليما كثيرا
up to the day
الله
of
أكبر
judgment.
الله أكبر
God is the
لا
greatest.
إله
God
إلا
is the
الله
greatest. There is no
الله
God
أكبر
but Allah.
الله أكبر
God is the
ولله
greatest,
الحمد
and praise
الله
be
أكبر
to Allah.
عدد ما
God, the
كبروا في
greatest is the
المساجد
number of
والطرقات
those who said Allahu
الله أكبر
Akbar in mosque
عدد
and
ما
on the
لبوا
ways.
بالنسك ورفعوا
The number
بالتلبية
of
الأصوات
their
الله
saying
أكبر
labbaik labbaik.
عدد ما
The
هللوا
number of
ودعوا في عرفات
their
الله أكبر
invocations.
عدد ما
Allah,
وقفوا
God is
بالمزدلفة
the greatest. The
والتقطوا
number
الجمرات
of their
الله
standing
أكبر
at
عدد
Muzdalifah and
خلقه
picked their people.
ورضا نفسه
The number of his
وزنة عرشه
creatures, the
ومداد
weight of
كلماته
his throne,
الله
and the
أكبر
ink of his
الله
words.
أكبر
God
الله
is the
أكبر
greatest.
كبيرا
God is
والحمد
the
لله
greatest,
كثيرا
and praise be to
وسبحان
Allah
الله
so
بكرة
much,
وأصيلا
and glory to
أما
God
بعد
in the morning and the
فأوصيكم
evening.
أيها الناس ونفسي
I
بتقوى الله
advise
سبحانه
you to fear
والاستمساك بالعروة
God
الوثقى
and to
قبل
adhere
المصرع
to the
إذ بها النجاة
Quran,
بفضل الله
where
يوم
you
المفزع
will be
بالتقوى
escape
يحقق المرء
fire
العبادة
on the day
على
of
نور من
judgment.
الله
At the
يرجو
light
ثواب
of
الله
God,
ويخشى
seeking
عقابه
the recompense of
بها
Allah
يستديم
and fear
الصبر
His
وتحسن
punishment.
العاقبة
And you
إنه من
have
يتقي
the
ويصبر
patience if you
فإن
are
الله
patient
لا يضيع أجر
and fear
المحسنين
God. God will
الله
not
أكبر الله أكبر لا
lose
إله إلا الله
the
الله
recompense
أكبر
of those who
الله
are
أكبر
doing good. God is
ولله
the
الحمد
greatest. God is the
حجاج
greatest,
بيت
and
الله
all
الحرام
praise is to
لقد
Allah.
أكرمكم
The
الله
pilgrims
بحجكم
of
هذا
the
بعيدين
house of
عظيمين
God. God has
عيد
honored
الأسبوع
you of
وهو
two
يوم
Eids,
الجمعة
the Eid
الذي
of the
وافق
week, which is
الوقوف
a
بعرفة
Friday,
وعيد
and it
الأضحى
coincides
الذي
with
هو
the
الحج
standing at
الأكبر
Aqaba,
يوم
and
رمي
the
جمرة
sacrifice
العقبة
Eid,
ونحر
the
الهدي
day of throwing the
والأضاحي
first stone,
وقضاء التفث
slaughtering
يوم الفرح
sacrifice, the
بتمام
day
الركن
of enjoyment of
والمبيت
completion of
والرمي
your
والنحر
pilgrimage, and
يوم
throwing the
إعلان
stones
التوحيد
and slaughtering
والبراءة
the
من
day
مذمة من
of
دون الله وأذان من الله
and
ورسوله
it is a permission
للناس
from
يوم
God
الحج
and
الأكبر
His messenger
أن
for
الله بريء
people
من
on the
المشركين ورسوله
greater pilgrimage
نعم
that God is
إنه يوم إعلان
not
التوحيد
is
الذي لا يصح
be
إيمان أحد إلا
is
به
not it is the
إنه
day
التوحيد
of
الذي خلق الله الخلق
monotheism.
لأجله
Why
إنه
God
التوحيد
created
الذي
all
لا يقبل الله من
people
عبد
for
عملا
its
إلا
sake, and
بتحقيقه
God does not
فمن
accept
كان
any
يرجو
word
لقاء
except
ربه
if he achieves
فليعمل
it,
عملا
and
صالحا
he should
ولا
do
يشرك
a
بعبادة
good work
ربه
and
أحدا
do not take any
إنه
associate
الاستسلام
to God. It is
إنه
submission.
الاستسلام
It is
لله بالطاعة
submission for God in
والخلوص من الشرك
obedience and getting rid
وعبادته
of
بما شرعه الله
association to God and
وشرعه
worship
رسوله صلى الله
Him
عليه
according
وسلم
to His prescribed sacred law. It is the monotheism, and the house is not built except for it, and to perform pilgrimage there, and for himself, and gave Ibrahim the place of the house, not to associate anybody with Allah, and sanctify it and purify it for those who are bowing down and prostrate for God. God is the greatest, God is the greatest, all praise is to Allah. Pilgrims know that God has made the Kaaba is the sanctified precinct, and in order to know that Allah knows what is in heavens and on earth, and God knows all things. It is the Kaaba, the edifice, the Qibla of Muslims in the east and the west, in the generations after generations come to it, and a group after a group. It is Kaaba, which was in near Zamzam, and it was not seen by a good mother which migrated with her infant to a valley, a barren valley, and from that migration as a qibla for people, and start from a mother and her child and end with millions of people. There is, they suffer the trouble and have troubles, and they come to these from all corners of the world, and they pass through seas and roads which were unsafe, and they do not think that they will be back safely, and it was at that time it was unsafe. Plains and plateaus which was walked by the apostles and raising their hands to say labbaik for their creator. Labbaik, ever at your service, O Allah, ever at your service, all praise, all grace, and sovereignty, and there is no partner to you. This ritual situation was done by Moses, was coming from the valley, performing pilgrimage in this labbaik, on which our Prophet said, no one who says labbaik, labbaik, every stone, every tree on his right hand or left hand, until the earth is cut from here or and there. It was related by Ibn Majah, and as for Musa, as if I am looking at him, as if I am looking if he goes down to the valley saying labbaik, labbaik. And Ibn Abbas related that 70 prophets performed prayers in that mosque, and Omar related that no one prophet, all prophets performed Hajj. It is the honor of Allah to link our present with the past, and to keep the feelings of pride in this great religion and his blessed house until the doomsday. And the Prophet Ibn Maryam will be a pilgrim or a mu'tamir. He will come to it, and the pilgrimage of Isa will be after his coming down from heaven. How great is this house! And you will see, go to a country, you will not reach it except after a lot of difficulties. It is The historian said it is Mecca, how the mountains came successively to it after it was a barren valley. And God made their things easy and the good residents and honored those who come to it. It is a country is secured to serve its pilgrims and to give out of what God has given. If it is mentioned to the past generations, they would consider it as an imagination. God creates whatever you know and you don't know. God is the greatest and there is no God but Allah. God is the greatest and all praise is to Allah. Pilgrims of the house of God, this great ritual reminds us of what is in it of provisions and wisdom, the value of security and stability, where God secured the human and the bird and the beast and all animals in order that mankind recognize their bad need for security and stability in their lives. And there is no politics without stability, no economy, no education without stability. And it is security can perform the affairs of his religion and the affairs of his present life. If he has in a few words our prophet peace and blessing on it, if his life he becomes safe in his life and he has his food for one day as if the life is given to him. Oh, and all things in it without any trouble. The missing of stability is a great failure in going secure in the path of life. Every positive project, the stability is the pillar and the fruit is the shadow. And it is impossible the shadow will be straight. And God gave an example. It was assured and convenient, but they were disgratitude of that, and they became miserable. God is the greatest. God is the greatest. And all praise is to God. The pilgrims of the ancient house in every Muslim sees the impact of justice in the stability and security of life. The Muslim sees the pilgrims are equal. There is no virtue for one over the other. Standing or stoning and encamping, all are born naked. Then they are covered with a garment which reminds them of the naked people. It is the justice on which the earth and heavens based on it. And there is an ayah, a verse on that God ordered you to give all the things entrusted to their owners. God is all hearing and all seeing, and the oppression is a destruction to everything running on it. And if there is no the aggression and oppression from the Muslim on his brother Muslim, he kills his brother, takes his money and his chastity, until the exaggeration is dominant and makes them in confusion. Therefore, of this, the prophet, peace and blessings on him, in the farewell pilgrimage, your blood, your money is unlawful, as unlawful your day, this day, your place. The pilgrims honored all the Islam nations in this, as it made it an absolute value. There is no relativity in it. It is a balance in dealing of the Muslim with the other, a friend or a foe, peaceful or fighting. All that according to the word of God. The hatred of another countries shouldn't prevent you from being justice. Be just. It is on the Islam community gave example of justice with themselves and their foes in their peace and in their war. God is the greatest. God is the greatest. There is no God but Allah. God is the greatest. God is the greatest. And all praise is to Allah. Pilgrims, we are living in an age, it has become very advanced in philosophical theories and technology and the military arsenal, which is very selfish and being haughty on earth and killing, and God doesn't like the killing and the doing mischief on earth. And this feeling of this material civilization, the competition for armament at the expense of the human needs for religion, health, and living standards in multiplied way. And there is the third, which is the vacuumed spiritual and the mass destruction arms created and moved the people and called the peace as being idiocy, and those who are weak, the world today has destructive wars, and it is every country is inflicted with it, and all the communities, and as a cloud. It is, there were groups of people who are dead, and including toxic gases, and they saw that it kills the people of the earth about 6 times. We hope that God will prevent us from all these tribulations. We should be in real peace, which makes the spirit coalitive. It is Islam, which is peace. God said to his prophet, if you expend all of the earth, all of it will not make their hearts coalitive and live in peace. The peace which decides being servant only to God. Go to peace, all of you, and do not follow the steps of the devil. He is your enemy. God is the greatest. God is the greatest. All praise is to Allah. Pilgrims of the house, our prophet, blessings and peace on him, he was a good example for people, and there is every good of what he did. And in his pilgrimage, he was repeating, "Take your rituals from me," to confirm to his community to be guided with him. He who loves and obeys him, if you love God, follow me, and God will love you and forgive your sins, and he is all forgiving. And there is no good, and he guided his community to everything good, and every evil forbid them from doing it. Who knows that he is a prophet from Allah, and made him the last of the prophets. How can anybody deny fire from paradise? And some people do that, and they were mentioned by the prophet. All ummati enter the paradise except that who abstains, who refrains to. And they said, who does that? Who obeys me will go to paradise, and who disobeys me, he will not be admitted to paradise. The pilgrims, you should follow the sunnah of the prophet and be advancing for it. And if you love anybody, you follow him. And I warn you that the animals recognize things more than you, and more loving to him more than you. Anything touched by his hand. In the hadith that the prophet, blessings and peace on him, the biggest days and the best days, the slaughtering day, the second day, and he was given 5 camels or 6 to slaughter them, and they run to him which to start with. This is the hadith related by Ahmad and Abu Dawood. Oh, God, give us the guidance to follow our prophet, and let us go to his fount and drink from it, and you will not be thirsty after that. Eid is coming with mercy to the pilgrims. The Eid is Adha, and with remembrance of Allah, they clean their hearts from all highways, coming and say labbaik ever without any tiresome, and they went to him, and their hope will not be turned down. He is honorable and generous, and calling their God to remove their troubles and remove the envies in them. We have come to you with dusty, and please bring us again to be as children newly born. God is the greatest. God is the greatest. There is no God but Allah. God is the greatest, and all praise is to Allah. And I praise, all praise is to God, blessed, and I testify that God is only one, and there is no partner to him. And peace, blessings, and peace on his prophet. Beware God, and God has honored you of this great day. the greater pilgrimage, the throwing of the first Jamara and slaughtering the sacrifice and circumambulation around the Kaaba. This day the Prophet was asked, which is the best, which were actions, which words is the slaughtering and the Hajj is to raise your voice in labbaik, saying labbaik. God have given you the right to slaughter sacrifices to be close to God. My prayers, my rituals are to God, and I am ordered in that, and I am the first of the Muslims. It is a confirmed sunnah and confirmed to those who are able, and it is the sunnah of our father Abraham. It is a sheep sacrificed for him and for his family. He should take consideration of its age, 5 years for camel, 2 for cows, 1 complete year in goats, and 6 months for the sheep, and to be sound without defects. And this is what the Prophet said: the lame, the sick, the one blinded, and the weak, and the sacrifice to be on its time after the Eid prayer until the sunset of the 13th day of the Hajj, and the should be kind with and sharpen the knife before you slaughter your sacrifice, and you should mention the name of Allah. Do not eat from that which the name of Allah is not mentioned on it, and the sacrificer can eat from it, give a gift, and give the poor from it. Well, proclaim for men for the pilgrimage. They will come on foot, and from every part they come from distant places, and thanks God for the sacrifice or the sheep given to you to sacrifice and to circumambulate around the ancient house. God is the greatest, God is the greatest, and all praise is to Allah. Pilgrims of the house, know that the first thing to do after going from Muzdalifah, the pilgrim should go to Mina quietly without pushing others, and to throw 7 pebbles, and do not exaggerate in their bigness or smallness size, and say Allahu Akbar with every people until he ends it, and then slaughter his sacrifice, then shave his hair or make it short, and the shaving is better. And called for the shaving, those who shave 3 times, and the making short 1, and except for the women. And the going forth circumambulation, if he does not circumambulate of the coming, and the circumambulation of Umrah, and after that everything is lawful to him, because even except for the women, and was the most merciful of the people, which was given do without any offense, without any. This is to make things easy for the pilgrims. It is we should follow him, blessings and peace on him, and the pilgrim should sleep in Mina and to throw the Jamarat after the sunset on the 11th, 12th, and the 13th, to 7 pebbles every time. the small, the middle, and the last one. If he fence them, he should circumambulation. The farewell circumambulation, it is obligatory, and it is dropped for the woman, the pregnant one, in order to make it easy for her. It is better for him with God, and to avoid perjury and be true to God, not associate anyone with God. He who associates with God as if he is dropping from heaven, and the bird snatch him and throw him in a very deep valley. Those who glorify the rituals of God, you have benefits too, as they appointed, and their place is in the ancient house. May God accept the pilgrimage of the pilgrims and bless the efforts, and make and thanks to everyone who participated in serving the security people, and everyone who served, from whom we don't know, but God knows all of them. Whatever good you do, God knows it. May God glorify the Islam and Muslims, and turn down the associates and the of God, and aid your servants, and esteem of the troubles, and pay the debts of those who are indebted, and make us secure in our countries, and reform our leaders, and oh God, guide our leader in all works, and make his courtyard good, and make good all the affairs of Muslims in every place, and be to our brothers who are oppressed in their religion in all countries. He who wants us on the Islam and Muslims with any mischief, occupy himself with himself, and make his envy in his throat, and make us our pilgrimage pious, and our sins are forgiven. Give us the best in the present life, in the life in the hereafter life, the best, and peace on the messenger, and the last call for us, and praise all to God. God is the greatest, God is the greatest, and there is no God but Allah. God is the greatest, and all praise is to Allah.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Congratulations. We were a few while ago through a live broadcast from the Holy Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah. We followed up the preach of the Eid through of the Holy Eid. Before we stop at what the Saudi Shrim spoke about, we said goodbye to Imam Sharif and good morning, and now the Eid started. Now the preach is over, and the prayers is performed, and good morning, and congratulations for the Eid, and may God bless you all. This is the Eid that Allah made us enjoying it. Greet your family and greet your friends, and this is an opportunity to communicate with all your friends and your colleagues, and to the viewers of Iqra everywhere. I tell you, congratulations. Welcome, Ayman. we're going to be with the viewers through the next couple of hours to receive their participations and congratulations now. It came with the preach of clergyman Saudi Shrim, 4 or 5 points that we recorded through our follow-up to this preach. The urging need people for stability and security, and how is it its requirement to success of community, and also the role of justice and stability of community, and also by having the large number of pilgrims, the rich ones and the poor ones, where they stripped from all the luxurious aspects of life, and how justice and fairness is a pillar of, or one of the bases of education that Prophet told us about, and the importance of peace and the relations among nations. So these are the points that are recorded. Those are the attributes that Muslims should follow. And also in our episode we receive congratulations and your phone calls through the numbers appeared on the screen. And for those pilgrims who finished their rituals and they're going to Medina Munawwara according to each one of their destinations, and what are the feelings, and can you describe the feelings? And I know you communicated extensively with the people, and how do you describe these feelings? Pilgrimage season feelings are varies. Some people, they have very intense feelings, and sometimes people would control their feelings, but at the end of the day, nation get together from different countries, by different nationalities and creeds. They meet in this one place, and they came from different countries of the world to answer the call of Allah and to perform this ritual. One of the benefits that when they are in one place, how to deal with each other and to deal with the variety. And if I'm different than you, that doesn't have to be that. You don't have to be an enemy, but there's something that I can be compatible with. And now, even if he fasts a few days, or even the day of Arafah, maybe Allah will accept from him and from us the good deeds, even if he didn't reach to the day of Arafah. And today I was going through Twitter and I saw one of their tweets. Don't be mad with person if he didn't fast Ramadan, because you don't know what are his conditions. And sometimes you have to excuse them. This is one of the objectives of pilgrimage, just to excuse people, and they have to accept each other and accept their differences. Maybe because if something, if you see something, it looks kind of lack of. And there's no difference among the poor people and the rich people. Everyone stripped from the luxurious aspects, and we deal with each other equally. This is a very high Islamic value, where the Prophet and the Lord had distinguished his people with. And I came across a Muslim that he converted to Islam because of this. His name is Yusuf, and he made 100 guys converted to Islam. When I went to Holy Site, I don't understand the language, but I see everyone the same. There is no president, there is no subordinate. I admire this equality. I feel no difference between me and others. These are the objectives of pilgrimage, and he doesn't understand the language. And some people converted to Islam from Philippines just because of the description. just by describing over the phone and describing this gathering of people in one place, and they are equal. Pilgrimage
كثير من المشاهد
has a lot of
أحيانا يمكن
images
استغراب
of which you may wonder, because the pilgrims coming from different far away distances and using maybe old vehicles, or some pilgrim may come by walking, and all these images, praise be to God, when someone is distant to perform pilgrim. I read a story that a guy came from Yemen, and the summary of the story that Allah has facilitated for him. He wanted to build a mosque and to come, and God was able to facilitate for him. Who's with us right now?
أختنا نادية من فرنسا صباح الخير.
Nadia from France, good morning.
صباح الخير كل عام وأنتم بخير.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
Peace and blessings be upon you.
هي من فرنسا، بس نقول لكم حجكم مبروك إن شاء الله.
I would like to congratulate you for the pilgrimage, and
وفرحنا بزاف رانا نشوفوها مباشرة كل يوم.
and we see it live every day, and praise be to Allah to accept the pilgrimage,
بالسلامة إن شاء الله وربي يكون معكم ويمعنا.
and may Allah be with you all, God's willing. Sister Nadia, the feelings during Eid, especially while you are in France, can you describe those joyful moments and seeing the pilgrims of the holy sites? We are with you, and may Allah be with you, and congratulations to each one of you, and I greet you all. Thank you, sister. We have Abdullah from Kenya. We lost the phone call.
أختنا نادية من
We have Nadia from France.
يعني أنا إذا ماني ناسي
If I'm not forgetting, it's one of the
علينا إذا كان يعني
dedicated followers to other
طبعا احنا مشاهدينا
channels of ours. We have a high ratio of viewers in France. The Arabic people there, who we are respect, and we greet them for this on this occasion. We have a high percentage of viewers in France. We have Aziza from France. From France, congratulations, and may this be a blessed Eid for nation of Muhammad. Amen. God's willing to the all Islamic nation and all the nation of Muhammad. All of it. Of course. And to the people, to the staff of Iqra, that to preserve you and make you safe, and thank you that you made us live, and I advocate for you, and I advocate for the Islamic nation, and may Allah support us with victory always. And I would like to greet the King Abdullah bin Saud and the Islamic nation once again, and congratulations. Thank you, Aziza. We have Omar from France. I'd like to greet, and I wish peace to the Islamic and Arabic nation in this day. Thank you for this short greeting. I'd like to greet hopefully the Islamic and Arabic nation be prosper and fix things for the nation, for the best of it. This is the motto of the channel. She said that you made us live the pilgrimage every year. Some people, this topic is valuable, and it's and they wish they are here. These are one of the objectives, or the main objective of the channel. The working staff contribute in this coverage, the extensive working hours that the staff taken to transmit all these images. It's not easy, even though until now the working staff with us here and working since 5 p.m. yesterday, until now they are on top of their work, and may Allah assist them. We have our sister Taqwa from France. Good morning. Peace be upon you.
الفرق ما بين صلاة العيد وصلاة الفجر، هل يمكن الاستغناء عن صلاة الفجر يوم العيد؟
Is it permissible not to perform the dawn prayers? Is it allowed to not to perform the dawn prayers during the day of Eid? Now we're receiving greetings on the occasion of the day of Eid. The Islamic Decrees or Fatwa program is going to be broadcasted within a couple of hours, where you can be able to ask your questions. Now we're going to go for a break, and we're going to continue with you the morning of the pilgrimage. So please stay tuned. Dear viewers, we're still with you in this pleasant day, the day of Eid al-Adha, and we still receive your phone calls through the numbers on the screen. Today is a pleasant day, and also we receive your opinions on Facebook. Let's read some of the participations. In the name of God, let's do it. Amir says from the Palestinian people, may Allah accept your good deeds and make them making you closer to Allah. This is Shadi from Gaza. Of Sayyid, congratulations to the Islamic nation. We have to each. May Allah please your heart and to hear the good news, the best news. Congratulations to the Islamic nation from Amman, Hay Nazal. Congratulations, and may Allah award you with prosperity and health. Inas is and Allah is advising us to wash up and just to walk and perform prayers, and thank you for this advice. Congratulations to the Islamic nation. All of these are greetings and congratulations on the occasion of the Eid, and people there are the best greetings, Islamic congratulations from Morocco to the staff of Iqra and those who are working with it, and may make us among those who are living life in good manner, and those followers. And this is the blessings of the Hajj, and I'd like to congratulate the Islamic and Arabic nation, and would like to tell them, may Allah bless you with blessings, and may Him accept the performance of the pilgrims of the holy sites, and make them go back to their countries safe and sound, and may He forgive their sins. Amen. All of the people that finish today, they'd like to go to Medina so they can enjoy visiting the Prophet's grave. And this is a joyful day, and whether in Saudi Arabia or abroad. everyone is enjoying this day and feeling happy. And when we said that they're leaving, but it's useless just to violate, regulations, and everybody needs to enjoy. And then the goal is just to come back to the country safe and sound. After this coverage is over, I'm sure they're gonna go sleep. No, I'm from yesterday. From yesterday's noon, we're working and writing and preparing and editing. And do you have no projects? Do you have any projects? No. Maybe projects after we sleep, we come back again and we repeat the cycle. The Eid with the colleague and the colleagues and the staff here is also joyful. But every year during Eid I work and I'm attending here with the channel. It's something that we got used to actually. We have Yusuf from Congo. Peace be upon you. We may lost the phone call. One those years we received a phone call from China, and praise be to Allah, and the person was sufficient in Arabic language, and he was completely influenced and affected by what he sees on the screen, and it was a beautiful phone call. We have Fatima from France. Peace be upon you and congratulations to you as well. And congratulations to the pilgrims, and hopefully their sins are forgiven, and to the Islamic and Arabic nation as well, by God's willing. And it's beautiful to see those people are visiting the house of Allah. And thank you, and to you and to your family and the rest of the Muslims as well. We have Tahani from Saudi Arabia. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you, Tahani. Sister Tahani, can you hear us? Peace be upon you. If you can be able to hear us through the phone, please. Congratulations. How is the Eid's atmosphere? What are the plans? Are you planning to go out? What is the plan for today? We're going to go to the sea, actually. How old are you, Tahani? I'm 19 years old. Praise be to Allah. And may Allah support you with health and prosperity. And thank you. Would you like to address anything? Thank you for your participation. I think she's gone. Today, the greatest day of pilgrimage, and it's called the greatest day of pilgrimage for a reason, because this is where the people get together and they enjoy it. And yes, now today people, they cut their hair and they wash up and they dress with good clothes, and they socialize. Do we have a report? We have a report. Let's go over this report and some images and maybe a nice chant. Beautiful report. We watched beautiful images like the clock tower, and praise be to Allah. During those days, you notice that there's a lot of talents in taking these photos. And there are angles they pick, and it's very expressing, and they're all over during they're very common,
يعني
and when you see those pictures, you are pleased with them.
هنا يوسف من
We have
الكونغو.
Brother
تفضل
Yusuf from Congo.
يوسف السلام عليكم.
Yusuf, peace be upon you.
يوسف معنا.
Yusuf, we have Itzhak. We have Itzhak. Go ahead, Itzhak.
الاتصال ليس
There's a problem. We cannot be able to hear you, so excuse us, please.
في معنا أحد ثاني؟
Do you have anyone else?
طيب. يعني حتى كان معنا زميلنا
Even though we had our colleague Ayman Sharif,
مصور صح قال إنه
the photographer, even though he said he's not professional, but we know that he's professional, and he had beautiful shots in the Holy Mosque, and sometimes photography would summarize a lot of talk. One of the colleagues told him, "Are you the one who lives near the Holy Cube?" Because of the pictures that he takes, and to summarize those images in a picture, and the effort that he exerted, and it goes with the security individual, and take that step. Even though if it's a hobby, but at the end of the day, he come up with this beautiful image. A lot of colleagues and media men and reporters that deployed all over the holy sites to take a picture, just to come up with one picture. Praise be to Allah. We have Sister Nafisa from France. Good morning. Congratulations. May you all blessed, and congratulations. I would like to ask a question. Whenever we perform prayers, when I pray, I had a lot of
يصير هيك يعني يبوج بقولة تبكي شو يعني؟
نعم طيب أنا فهمت تقريبا
what I understood that it's a kind of fatwa or issuing a decree. We have designated programs, specialized programs to talk about these topics. Now our program is to receive congratulations, and if you want to extend greetings to anyone, but those fatwa questions pertaining fatwa, it has the clergyman, the specialized clergymen who are competent to answer those questions. We have Muhammad from Sweden. Peace and blessings be upon you. Congratulations, and may Allah make this year blessed for everyone, and we wish for our brothers at the pilgrimage to accept from them and to invoke for their brothers in Eritrea. And I'm from Eritrea. I'd like to greet my family in Eritrea. And thank you, Brother Muhammad, and we're gonna talk to Ishaq because we lost him. I didn't lose you. Peace be upon you. So it's a great opportunity to hear your voice. Congratulations. Can you tell us about the Eid in Angola? I just see this country. We enjoy it, and thank be to Allah. We live in this country in conditions. We tell all the Muslims congratulations and make him among the winners. And we see all these exciting images, and like to ask Allah to accept from the pilgrims and to make it accepted worship. And may Allah reward you, and may Allah make you among the people of Jannah, paradise.
بتتابع وشكلكم انتم يعني حسن المتابعة
and you are one of the good followers.
الشعر الجميل والاتصالات والتواصل فعلا
And
شيء جميل. احنا نشكركم والله.
thank you, thank you.
شكرا لك.
يعني دعوة زي هذا اللي
This invocation
تعب
that Brother Ishaq made that will wipe all the burden or the burden of these 15 hours that we work, and you see someone that who's serving his religion and Islam is something beautiful, and you can see the pilgrims right now and throwing the pimples of Aqaba, and may Allah we ask Allah to make it easy for them. And this topic of throwing pimples, I said that the total number of pimples are 49, and those who are sitting reach up to 70, and the average is 60. This year, the pilgrims reach up to 1,390,000 pilgrims, and I thought about the efforts to move the pimples, and there are machines designated to move all these pimples back and forth. Let's talk about this. We're gonna go on a break, dear viewers, and afterwards we're gonna continue with you the rest of the paragraphs of the morning of Eid. So please stay tuned.
Once again, you're welcome to this program, The Morning of Eid. We receive your calls and participations. Congratulations for this Eid through the numbers that are displayed on the screen. Amwaj from Saudi Arabia. Welcome, Amwaj. Welcome to you. Good morning. Good morning to you. Happy returns. Whom would you like to congratulate on the Eid? You? And I would like to say happy returns for you for Iqra Satellite Channel. Who else? My mother, my father. Who else? Have they given you the idea, the money for the... Have you got your idea, your money, your pocket money and the idea? No, not yet. Don't give it up. We hope that it will be a big money. Who else would you like to congratulate? My brothers, my sisters. How old are you, Amwaj? And my brother Ayman as well. And I would like to congratulate you, Amir. Of course, I am your brother, certainly, as a Muslim. You get your idea from your father, from your brother, from all your family. Thank you very much for your call, Amwaj. It's very good that even the children are following with us, and they are very happy in the Eid. They like to congratulate. Children are even the source of happiness in the Eid. Maybe we are adults, grown up, we do not feel that the Eid is happy. Ayman says because we are paying. Since we are paying, we don't feel happy. Only those who get the money are happy. For that reason, the pilgrims are happy because they get. Although they are paying lots of money, they have got lots of spiritual support from the pilgrimage. And we hope that they feel that they have got the reward of God by forgiving their sins. So they come back home, and the difference is that they have got lots of things. The existence of children in the family is something very great, very beautiful in the Eid. And to make them happy, of course, is also good. Yes, you're sometimes in a trouble with them, but the smile of a child is nothing wonderful than a child's smile. And we hope that you will get children so that you can get the feeling. I have very good memories with the Eid. I usually write on the paper sheet 20, 70, 100. If it is more than the number that he gets, I give him. So everybody writes on a piece of paper the idea that he wants, and I give him. Well, they win. I always lose. What should I do? But sometimes I write a number which is higher than the number that they said. I give them the number that they asked for. Children have their own codes that you cannot break, by the way. Their existence in the family, outside the family, it is something very beautiful. Whenever you go to a place and you find children, this is per se is something very beautiful. And you say, God the Almighty, may God be exalted for this source of happiness. It is those people who benefit from the Eid and who feel happy from the Eid. Walid and Iyad, these are my children. I say to them, happy returns. May God keep them safe and sound in this Eid. Maybe I am just far away from them in the Eid, but I try all the time to compensate for my absence. When they are on, I take leaves and sit with them as much, stay with them as many days as possible. And I hope when they grow up, they understand and appreciate our efforts as fathers. God protect them. God make them happiness. God make them happy. Very beautiful words that you have said. And maybe the next years ahead they will appreciate that, yes. We hope that, inshallah. I will try as much as possible to make them make what I did not make in my life. Now we continue talking about the share. Sometimes it's not big. It could be these pebbles. The pebbles is not that big or small. Just take what is small and what you can hold. The pebbles could be 84 million. 84 million, yes, 84 million pebbles. This is a huge number. During the past years, some parties concerned with pilgrimage used to give a gift, the pebbles in a small bag to the pilgrims. It's well enjoyed. Yes, it is from the sacred land here. In the pilgrimage season, usually pilgrims are very keen on getting gifts for their families to their countries. They take from Saudi Arabia, from Mecca, in other words. And there are several reports about the industries in the past years. As far as I remember, they are very much keen on getting the bakhur, the perfume, as a gift for their families when they come back home. Yes, this is something very beautiful because I feel that the pilgrim brought me something that reminds me of the sacred land, of the Holy Mosque. Everything is here, which is existent here. It's something very precious for those people who receive the pilgrims. And they yearn to go to this place and bring gifts to their families as well. After the pilgrims finish with Mina and with the rituals in Mecca, they move to Medina. This is the good Medina, and to salute the Prophet, to go to pray in the mosque. It is another atmosphere, another spiritual climate there. I feel that we have a report, right? I think we have a report from the Medina. Yes, we have a report about calling for adhan across the centuries. This is a very good context because we are in the context of talbiyah, and they have their own way of talbiyah. Are we ready with the report, our producer? We move now to the report.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
God is greater. God is greater. There is no God but God. God is greater, and all praise be to God. The adhan, calling for the prayers in the Prophet's mosque, it has his history. And the job of the mu'adhin, the caller for performance of prayers, is a function that is important in Islam because it calls people to come and perform the prayers. The Prophet's mosque is very important and significant, and for that reason, the choosing of the mu'adhins is made on certain rules and principles and procedures. The first mu'adhin in the mosque here was Bilal. May God be pleased with him. He was the caller of Prophet Muhammad. And he used to go on the roof of the nearest house and used to call for the prayers close to the house of Hafsa, the mother of Muslims. It continued in this way until the reign of Walid bin Abdul Malik, and he asked his wali on Medina Munawwara, Umar bin Abdul Aziz, to make an expansion on the Prophet's mosque. This expansion included the establishment of minarets on the three parts of the mosque. They were the first minarets ever established for the Prophet's mosque. After the introduction of electricity to the Prophet, the mu'adhins left calling for prayers on the minarets and started on the garden there. But still, the minarets is still performing its function through the loudspeakers installed in them. And the Prophet's mosque minarets are the first landmarks that you can see. They are indeed landmarks that are unforgettable for every pilgrim or visitor. Abdurrahman Al-Asuri for Iqra Satellite Channel, Medina Munawwara. We come back to you, our dearest viewers, and we move now to a live coverage of the rituals. We are now with Palestine, Mr. Farid Saleh in Jerusalem. Welcome, Mr. Farid. Can you hear me? Happy returns, Farid. Happy returns for the Palestinians as well, and hope they are safe and sound. Yes, I can hear you. I wish you also happy returns and happy returns for all the viewers around the world. Farid, there is a very important role of Palestine. Palestine has a special position in the hearts of Muslims. Tell us about the Eid in Palestine. This Eid of sacrifice has a peculiarity in Palestine. It has special position in Palestine because it is the Eid in which Muslims are celebrating it as a ritual, and it is also part of the pilgrimage. This year, the numbers of pilgrims increase. The pilgrims moving from Jerusalem to the Hijazi ritual sites in Saudi Arabia is increasing, and thanks to the honoration given by the custodian of the two mosques. We have lots of celebrations in Jerusalem. Just a moment ago, the Eid prayers have finished, and lots of people have come to Jerusalem despite all the barricades and despite all the obstacles made by the Israeli occupation forces. Sheikh Akram al-Sabri encouraged them on rituals, encouraged them on doing good deeds during these days, and he also stressed the holiness of the state of Palestine and of Jerusalem. People who prayed for Al-Eid prayers in Jerusalem are hundreds of thousands of people who came here, who flowed into the mosque since the dawn. Farid, after the prayers, what are the customs and traditions in Palestine? Can you please make us aware about what people in Palestine and Jerusalem do on this day, on this blessed day?
نعم يعني بعد أن ينتهي المسلمون من أداء صلاة العيد.
Once the Eid prayers are concluded, Muslims go, some people go for the sacrificial animals. Many people have the intention to make the slaughtering of the sacrificial animals for the sake of God, and they do that. Afterwards, people exchange visits to congratulate each other. It is an atmosphere of happiness, distinguished happiness, atmosphere. Everybody is happy, and happiness is there all over the roads, the villages, the towns. Visits of blood relatives, visits of friends.
ويعني هناك الولائم التي تعد
There are also
هناك
banquets
ولائم
made,
تعد للأسر
and those banquets are the
المسرورة،
families,
هناك ولائم
for the
التي
poor
تعد
families.
تعد للعائلات.
There are also banquets for every other
جميل
family.
هذا التكافل
This is very wonderful that we can see when you talk about solidarity in Palestine.
تهنئتك بالعيد.
Your congratulations. Who would like to congratulate on the Eid season?
نعم الحقيقة أننا أولا وأخيرا يعني نهنئ الحجاج.
Now, first of all, we congratulate the pilgrims who have performed their pilgrimage rituals, and we pray to God that He will accept their dedications. We say happy returns and safe and sound. And we also talk about the Gaza people in Gaza, the source of glory, and we say God accepted your dedications. And we say to our families in Saudi Arabia, our people in there, we say to them also, God accept your dedications, happy returns. We do not also forget to say to those people who are what we call the unknown soldiers, we want to thank the hidden presence of those people who want the pilgrimage to be successful, to be unique, to be distinguished in terms of its success, that and in terms of tranquility and peace of mind. Those people who are working behind the scenes for the comfort of pilgrims, those people who do not sleep in the night, and those who stay 24 hours even in the day in order to make pilgrims happy and comfortable, and to make everything easy for them. For those people all, I say, God accept your dedications. I congratulate you on the Eid. I also congratulate the staff of Iqra. God may accept your dedications. Iqra every year is really distinguished through what we call the windows to Palestine, and through their coverage of Palestine. Iqra is doing a distinguished effort for the service of Jerusalem, and at the same time in Arafah, in the ritual site, it's covering the ritual site, but at the same time it's covering Palestine in a kind of a twining, a beautiful twining between Kaaba and Jerusalem and Al-Aqsa al-Sharif. Yes, this is a very good relationship, a beautiful relationship between Jerusalem and Mecca. Mr. Farid, thank you very much for your intervention. Of course, Jerusalem has a special position in the hearts of Muslims. It is a big, really position in all our hearts, and every occasion we are present in Palestine in our coverage. We participate with them. We should not overlook this field, and Palestine should always be active in all activities. It is the third Holy Mosque, yes. In fact, yes, everybody wishes to go there to Palestine to pray in Jerusalem. I met once a friend who is from Palestine. He wrote my name, and I was very happy, extremely happy, just because he wrote my name, and he is Palestinian. So how if I go there and perform the prayers? We hope that, we wish to God that He would help the Palestinians in regaining their lands and give them all the victory they have. We go on a break, so please stay tuned.
Dear viewers, we still continue this episode of pleasure. This episode of Eid, during this morning of Eid, we have a lot of beautiful participations through Facebook. We have Yunus from the Algerian people for the occasion of Eid. We wish the Islamic and Arabic nation a blessed Eid and happy returns. And congratulations to the nation of Muhammad from to its east and west. And Hassan, for those who couldn't be able to perform it, so go ahead and head to the Holy Mosque because it's closer than your to your mother. If you want to throw pebbles, don't commit any sins. Instead, And the objective of performing Hajj doesn't mean that you deal with people in a bad way or treat them in a bad way. And the objective is God's acceptance and His pleasure, and so He can be closer to Allah. You performed the pilgrimage with my mother when I was 16 and 17 years old. We're gonna take brother Aziz from France. How are you? Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you too. I'd like to extend congratulations to my mother in Morocco. And to you as well, and to those who are working in Iqra station, and I'd like to thank you. Thank you for this congratulation. I heard you saying you're extending the greetings to your mother, and I saw my brother at the Holy Mosque during the pilgrimage of this year. We are so pleased with you and with the channel, with Iqra channel. And is your brother performing pilgrimage this year? Yes, brother. I haven't seen him for 2 years, and I saw him. You saw him on Iqra. Congratulate him if you want to extend greetings to him. His name is Silhan. I'd like to extend the greetings to my brother and to your wife and your son and my mother and my family in France. And I wish them a pleasant Eid and all the people in Morocco. And you are greeting them through Iqra, and you saw him in the pilgrimage, and we saw him at the Holy Mosque. I hope if I didn't see it right now, he may be able to see it on YouTube, on our channel. Beautiful. Since you follow us every day, so you're not alone. You are following your brothers. Like, thank you for your greetings and for your congratulations, and may Allah accept from you and the pilgrims, and may Him return to you safe and sound and forgiven his sins. It's beautiful coincidence, and you could be able to recognize them, and this is one of the special attributes of live transmitting, and the Saudi channels and the Quran channel and the Sunnah Nabawiyya and the other channels and the holy sites. This is a special attribute at the Ministry of Media in Saudi Arabia. It gives the opportunity. This is the media role in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and through it as well, our brother Aziz saw his brother, and a lot of people saw their families and family members. This media service is part of a lot of parts provided by Iqra screen, and along with the Iqra, along with the Quran channel, and may Allah reward them for this work. This is the targeted media. Then this provide competition, but it's a decent competition. But at the end of the day, this competition for the service of Muslims and the pilgrims as well. Who do we have, guys? We have a phone call. one of our colleagues came in and would like to greet him, and he's among those colleagues that were at the Mina site. And you performed pilgrimage, right, when you were young? Yes, I did. Pilgrimage, long time ago. I was with my mother alone, and almost we went and came back. We went and came back, and eventually we went. We end up in Arafah. I'm not considered as satisfying pilgrimage, but because I wasn't aware, but I wanted to be aware, so I would like to perform it with my wife. God willing, God willing. Rayyan from Yemen, peace be upon you. Rayyan, peace be upon you, and good morning. Happy returns. I'd like to congratulate our brothers in Saudi Arabia and all the Muslims across the earth, and I hope Allah Almighty that He bless you all and the pilgrims, and may He bestow His mercy upon them, and for you all to be safe and sound, and by the praise of Allah to aid you and assist you, and we follow you, we see you all. Did you perform pilgrimage before, or have you performed pilgrimage? Yes, I did. I was born in Saudi Arabia. I performed it about 5 or 6 times. Beautiful. Thank you, Rayyan, for your beautiful intervention, your phone call. Thank you so much. See, among the colleagues outside work, and every year you cover the pilgrimage. Why didn't you think to perform pilgrimage? I have one experience in pilgrimage. Happened 10 or 15, 11 years ago. That was the first time I go on a media coverage, and afterwards I was certain that work and pilgrimage do not go along together. But a lot of people they combine, and it seems may no harm in there. But you have to focus at some point. It's the idea of pilgrimage that there's no argument or slander in pilgrimage. Therefore, your mind should be clear, and you should be dedicated. And maybe we have a different situation because you are committed to work, and you have people with you, with the group. Some of them they give you a hard time. Some of them who is funny, and sometimes you cannot combine between all of this. And we have a lot of colleagues that they perform pilgrimage, but that's a point of view. But at the end of the day, today the pilgrims, they are happy, and they reach to their ultimate goal. And pilgrimage is Arafah, and after pilgrimage, tranquility kicks in, and we're not talking about high blood pressure now. I prepare the gifts and the goodies, and I talk to people, and this beautiful thing. My grandfather, may Allah be pleased with his soul, I remembered him, and he died when he was on his way to perform pilgrimage, and in Al-Baqiyah, Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara. May God please bless his soul. Talking about the working group and the people that we have that we're working with, we have Mr. Muhammad Al-Zahrani on the phone, the director of public affairs. And happy returns to the viewers of Iqra, and congratulations and happy returns, all of you. First of all, welcome back. You just arrived from the headquarters of the channel, and you are the head of the team that went to Mina's site and came back. How was your coverage? Abu Walid, honestly, in fact, we derive these things from the viewers by the assistance of Allah, that He may help us to transmit all those events and whatever is new to you from Mina's site. How was Mina's site? How did you leave it? I can tell you that the pilgrimage is completed by reaching to Mina's site, and the circumambulators started to locate everyone in his designated areas, and the speed of the security forces was significant, and while they are on top of their job using their vehicles. Abu Ali, who would you like to greet on the occasion of this Eid? Now we are in the morning of Eid, and we're happy to hear you. Thank you, Abu Walid, and this is opportunity as well to extend the greetings to our father, our leader, King Abdullah ibn Abdul Aziz, and his deputy Prince Salman ibn Abdul Aziz, and all the royal family and the government and people of Saudi Arabia, and also to our father, CEO of the channel, who is always with us and following us to provide and present what's new and what benefits the viewers of Iqra, and to transmit the events on the spot. And to all the colleagues, also this. And for the personal aspect, I would like to extend the greetings to my mother. May Allah bless her, and my sisters and wife and my kids, and to you and the people at the control and the working staff. And you forgot your grandsons. No, they've been telling me to come over. Our plan to sleep after 15 hours of working. What is your plan? Look, I called Ali. That's beautiful. Thank you for your beautiful intervention. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Zahran. Let me tell you a story. My relation with him was big, and during the past 2 weeks especially was even larger when we're going back and forth to Mecca, and we meet here at the company's location to prepare for the pilgrimage on daily basis. This guy's character is kind of weird, and he laughs and he gets mad, but he doesn't hold grudges. And whatever you do for him, he has a big heart, and we are pleased with with knowing him, and we wish him happiness with his family and his wife and grandsons and sons as well, and happy returns to him. A lot of people call, and some people congratulations, some people ask for fatwas or Islamic decrees, and it has its own designated shows and programs, and we have different various topics of programs, and all of the programs that we have revolves on one topic, which is pilgrimage, but with different tastes and different roles that please and satisfy all the people of the Islamic world. And would like to notify that our program today, just for receiving congratulations and your greetings through calling, the numbers appeared on the screens. You can treat yourself, drink some tea. I have a dry throat. I'm not tired, but with the viewers, you won't be feeling tired. See, let's ask us about situations happen to us, especially during the Eids and the pilgrimage. And sometimes there are situations that were sacrificing and slaughtering. I remember once I was with my father, used to bring the sheep and to call the building guard and just to help us slaughtering it. And let me hear from you after the break. Dear viewers, a short break and we're going to hear a Saad al-Ghamdi situation, so please stay tuned. We renew our greetings to you, dear viewers. In this morning of Eid, we have over the phone Mr. Ahmed Al-Dakhil, the Director of Pilgrimage Affairs. How are you, Mr. Ahmed? Happy returns. Dear sir, through your work in the presidency of the Pilgrimage Affairs, the services you provide to the pilgrims of the holy site, it's one of the best bounties has been given, blessed by Allah, just to service the pilgrims of the holy mosque. One of the developments and the new things, establish new locations in the airport in Jeddah and to provide the services starting from the time they reach the airport, and they give them the guiding books and some gifts, and on top of that some Zamzam water bottles. And this is the initial launching of services, translating of the preachers, one of the distinguished things. Do you have anything similar to that? Focusing now on to translating the speeches, the preaching. We're translating to 4 languages, to Urdu and Malawi and English and French, and hopefully we're gonna expand in this by Allah's assistance. We would like to extend your greetings to on the occasion of pilgrimage. Our father and leader, the custodian of 2 holy mosques and the deputy prince, and his royal prince, the prince of Makkah al-Mukarramah, for the care that they perform to service or to serve the pilgrims, and the head of the pilgrimage affairs and his deputy for what they do to serve those pilgrims, and at the family level, of course, the people, your family, your friends, of course, my parents, brothers, and my wife and kids as well, and the grandsons as well. God bless you, and may Allah bless them. And this Mr. Ahmed Dakhil, the head of the pilgrimage affair, happy returns. He is exerting great efforts in topic of translation. These are great efforts, and the presidency of the pilgrimage affairs, and it has a lot of departments, and it has a very vital and important role in at the holy mosque. They have a lot of departments which we are not aware of, but it has they have very important roles. Especially the exerted efforts are vast, and to provide the best service of out there, and they are very organized in their work, and they have one of the things that they have a department for the lost items. If any pilgrim lost anything, there's a whole big department. So if this item reached out this place, he could be able to. It's been organized through a schedule until its owner come and claim it. These one of the many things are there at the holy mosque location, and this is organized by the presidency of the pilgrimage affairs. And may Allah bless them for this great work. And we stopped at the situations. We asked you about situation. I don't have these kind of situations, but I'm a peaceful guy. but the scene of I don't like the scene of slaughtering, and usually I stay outside away, and then I come by, and some people they can't, it's different, and the slaughterings taking place all across the Islamic world, and distributing is taking place right now, and so you're gonna go sleep. So I'm gonna go to Uwais and Afnan, my younger brothers. They're waiting for me. They wanna see me. If they wanna call me, if they didn't call me, it's gone. Then Uwais and Afnan, your brothers, your siblings. May Allah bless them and protect them and all the Muslims and their countries and make him safe and sound. Always, Amen. Do you have any situations pertaining Eid besides the father topic with my father, pilgrimage I performed with my mother? Most of the times at the university when I was away, or even with Ikra, I didn't have a lot of situations, but let me ask your friends then, and all of those who are available. The colleagues are my friends too. I'm gonna ask them tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. I mean, please conceal my friend before we're gonna go for the break, and then we're gonna come back. So please stay tuned. He fulfilled his promise, and he made his worshipper victorious. And he fulfilled his promise and defeated the delegations. We don't worship anyone but him, dedicated to them, even if the disbelievers hated. May peace and blessings be upon our Prophet Muhammad and his families and his companions. Exalted be to God. Allah, God is the greatest. There is no God but Allah. God is the greatest, and grace be to him. God is the greatest, and thank be to him. And praise be to God. There is no God but the only God. Him only. He fulfilled his promise and made his worshipper victorious, and made his soldiers victorious, and defeated the delegations by himself. There's no God but Allah. We don't worship anyone but him. We dedicated our religion to him, even if the blasphemous hated. Peace and blessings be upon our Prophet and his family. With a lot of blessings. God is the greatest. God is the exalted. There's no God but Allah. God is the greatest. And thank be to Allah, the God. He is the greatest. And thank be to Allah. Many thanks be to God. Praise be to God. Always. There's no God but the only God. He fulfilled his promise and made his worshipper victorious. Once again, dear viewers, we greet you on this morning of the Eid. We're still communicating with you to receive your congratulations and your phone calls. And also, I would like to welcome my colleague Ayman Al-Khadr, who is joining me to present this episode. And I have to admit that the episode with you is distinguished. And see the pilgrims and the scenes of pilgrims in Mina, and while they are finishing throwing the pebbles, and praise be to God, the scene from here is beautiful. See the happiness because Allah had bestowed blessings upon them, and moving to Muzdalifah and then coming back to perform the throwing the pebbles. Now they are enjoying the Eid, and I hope Allah has accepted and make their worship completed and accomplished and accepted. This is the great project of the peoples, as you see. I read about it, preparing the LED screens and a lot of things by the municipality of the holy city, a lot of toilets. Something great has been exerted, and each year we see a change, and they face all the challenges and they achieve all the tasks. And along the road from Jeddah to Mecca, I noticed existence of big LED screens. They show the Quran and Sunnah Nabawiyya's channels, or any channels is allowed by the authorities to be shown. And also the tunnels in Makkah al-Mukarramah, they had different or distinguished color than the others, and those tunnels used for pedestrian or other services. Each year we notice we have renewing, developing. There's caring and to manage all those crowds. This is a great effort, and we'd like to thank all of those who are undertaking it. We have Muhammad. We have Muhammad from Saudi Arabia. Welcome. Hello, Muhammad. I extended congratulations. I'd like to extend a greeting to the family. And the closest to me, Anas Al-Khadr, the Monter, who does a lot, and he is a brother and a colleague. Anas, I didn't greet you before, but face to face. But dear Anas, happy returns. And we have Muhammad from Saudi Arabia. Muhammad Sadr Walid, a reporter in Al Madina newspaper. I'd like to greet Ayman. He is enlightening Iqra channel, and I'd like to greet Ayman, who's in company with his bigger brother Saad, and happy returns to you all, and at Iqra as well, from media men and technicians, and I'd like to congratulate the custodian of the holy mosques, and I'd like to greet every Muslims on this earth, and I'd like to greet everyone. May him make it blessed and happy returns. And the media man, the father with the media, with the son, media man. What would like the father what would you like to address to his son? I wanted to greet you. Now I'm expecting idea, some pocket money. How are you, Ayman? Afnan, dear Afnan, how are you? You are enlightening the screen. You too. Thank you for your phone call. Thank you. Afnan, how are you? Happy returns. You heard Ayman. If you talk to him, he is gonna give you an idea, pocket money. Does he give you idea or pocket money every year, or just it's just words? The answer depends on your pocket money for this year. So it's preferably the people don't like to, to embarrass me, but. We asked Afnan about the topic of pocket money, and bless you all and happy returns to you all and greetings to you all. Thank you, Uncle Muhammad, and happy returns and greetings to you and to your family. Before we end, we ended with Muhammad during this last phone call, and what do you like to say? How do you like to conclude? At the end, there's Ismail Shibli, my colleague that I worked with for 3-4 years with Iqra channel. Every year, Iqra channel gives opportunity for each one of us. And every year after courses and training, according to how much of an effort he exerted to be able to go live on TV, Ismail Shibli proved himself. Praise be to Allah, and would like to extend the greetings to him. And he is my all-time friend in this channel. And I know I witnessed that you develop your skills, and I envy you. And praise be to Allah. Now you excelled, and I extend this greeting to you. And after the program, after. Ismail Shibli, one of the names, respected names, he worked on himself a lot, and he developed, and he improved, but he overcame a lot of things, and he is one of the distinguished young presenters on the screen, and I wish you the best, and thank you for being here, and we will meet together, you with Ayman Sharif, tomorrow morning. Thank you, dear viewers, for following us on the morning of the Eid. We'll meet with you tomorrow with new segments, and be safe and sound. See you.